Today we're making ribs. So you better get ready, baby. You better put on your gloves, whatever you gotta do, boo. Take off that mask, get ready. We are gonna cook today. So what we're doing is ribs. I have an easy recipe. And not only are we making ribs, I'm gonna make a watermelon salad with it and corn on the cob. Baby! Woo! Now this is a good weekend meal. Remember, the oven is at 250 degrees. I want that bad boy to slowly cook. So maybe about 2 to 3 hours. I'm gonna leave it for 3 hours, falling off the rib. But we're also gonna make a barbecue sauce. So I'm excited. Let's go ahead and start off. A cup of brown sugar. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of onion powder. We're gonna do 2 teaspoons of chili powder, teaspoons of paprika. I have smoked, you can do sweet as well. And then I have half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Now I'm gonna also add 1 teaspoon of garlic and start adding everything. Brown sugar. Now if I don't think it's enough, we'll add more at the very end. Paprika is about to go on. What I have here is my ribs. Now I have bone in. I always prefer bone in. You can choose the other way. Now I dried this bad boy just to make sure that the rub sticks. It sticks a lot better, so make sure you're pat drying your poultry or your meat. Got it? So now let's just go ahead and rub this bad boy on top. I like a good coat. So now let's just go ahead and remember we want to have enough to lay out our rib and close it from the top. So if we have to do 2 layers, so be it, but make sure it's way more than enough. Now that we have the foil, let's go ahead and we have it right in the middle. I have 2 pieces. Here we go. I'm gonna fold up, and then make sure I pinch it at the top. I want to make sure that there's enough room to breathe, so don't squish it all the way down. And then here, I'm just going to pinch this up because I don't want the juices to go falling out. Baby, this is ready. Let's put this in the oven. Let's put this in the oven at 250 degrees for 3 hours. You can do 2 to 3, but I'm doing 3 hours, baby. 3 hours. I'll be right back. So now let's go ahead and start the barbecue sauce. For that, we're gonna need 3/4 cup of ketchup. We're gonna have 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. We have 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We're gonna do about half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. I have 2 teaspoons of mustard powder. You can use mustard as well. And I have 3 tablespoons of vinegar. We have 1 tablespoon of ground pepper. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a tablespoon of salt. But remember, always peppers and salt is gonna be to taste. So let's start putting everything in. Let's start mixing it because that's ready to go. So come on.
Let's put the ketchup in there. Ooh, that's hot. Calientito. See? Okay, so now let's throw in our tomato paste. Now that we have the tomato paste, let's put 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. 3 tablespoons, just about the right amount. I'll put a little bit more because I like it a little sweet. And then now we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. So I put half teaspoon of garlic powder. Now for the chili powder, we're putting 2 teaspoons. For the chili powder, we're putting 2 teaspoons. Cayenne pepper. then we're adding the 3 teaspoons of vinegar. Let's add now salt. 2 pinches for now until I feel like it's good enough. Let's add pepper.
Let's go ahead and mix this really well. So we want to mix this for at least 20 minutes to make sure it dissolves and gets really good flavors intact together. So we want to, you're going to smell that ketchup really strong. So let's go ahead and boil this for about 20 minutes. I'll be right back. For about 20 minutes cooking. At the same time, we want to go ahead and throw our corn in there. So I normally like to cut about maybe ½ an inch at the very bottom so we can have a fresh, clean cut. And then we're just gonna go ahead and peel so we can throw it in there since the water's ready and boiling. Now that I have the corn in there, we're gonna leave it there for about 7 minutes. Here, we're almost done, so I'll show you the end result. Take this bad boy out, we'll throw it together and we're gonna eat. I'm so excited. Woo! Come on! Look, ready to, oh wow, this looks good. This looks so good. I wish I could just eat it like that, but it's not gonna happen. We are. Now let's go ahead and add the rub to it. So don't laugh, but I broke I broke that little part where to like spread this on there, the barbecue sauce. So I'm just gonna use the back of a spoon. We consider home is Chicano style. You use what you have. Put this in the oven for another 10 minutes. I like it nice and thick. Nothing wrong with thick. And now we're gonna throw it in there for 10-15 minutes, but for sure 10 minutes. Now that I took out the ribs, I'm gonna let it sit there just for a couple minutes. You don't wanna serve it right off like that, let it cool a little bit. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and do the watermelon. Let's cut this up. I have about a little bit bigger than a 3-pound, but you only need 3 pounds. Cup of mint and or basil. So I'm using mint. I like the freshness. And then I'm using feta cheese crumbles because I want to make sure they're nicely coated. We're gonna add salt, pepper, of course, to taste. Since this one's not gonna take as long, let me cut this up into small pieces, just enough, not fine pieces, just nice chunky pieces, so we can throw it in there because really the watermelon's gonna be the one that takes a little bit longer. So let's cut it in half and work with that first. I'm gonna cut this one in half now. Ooh, this reminds me of summer when we were young, didn't have to worry about bills. So I'm gonna cut this in slices all the way down, as so. Nice little, about 3/4 inches. And then I'm gonna cut more slices going down as well. So what I wanna do is just pretty much scoop it up, throw it in there. Let that fall in there. Okay, so now that we have the mint, we have the watermelon, let's go ahead and throw in the feta cheese. Let's do this gradually, so I'm gonna mix this up in just a bit. Let's add a little bit of salt, about 2 pinches. Don't get too crazy. A little bit of pepper. And then let's go ahead and add the lime juice. I'm only gonna do half at a time so I can mix it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add half more and mix it again. So I'm scooping bottom up so I can pick up that mint that I threw at the bottom, only because I wanted to go ahead and cut that. You can do it watermelon first, then mint and so forth, but for right now, the point is just to mix it together. And always make sure you try it. what I'm gonna do here is just scoop it up and put it on our bowl. Ooh-wee. Cool this. When you put this in the fridge for at least an hour, so the cooler the better. So keep that in mind. Ooh, baby, you better be ready to eat. Okay, we're going to eat together. You better try this. Is amazing. I'm gonna take another bite. I like it simple, a lather of butter, I'm good. But this meat is to die for. This watermelon is just a perfect blend to like end it all. You know, you have a light bite taste, it's perfect. Let me know if you guys like it, subscribe, comment, share. Thank you so much for coming to visit me. And once again, enjoy your meal. Mwah! Love you.